Hello again. Really had to give my brain a little break there. Took a nice little bath. Just kind of close my eyes and sit in hot water for a little bit. I'm gonna be honest, I was starting to get a little bit of a headache by the time we finished the Bard language earlier in Chants of Sinar, but I was like, I gotta finish this section. I can't just stop. And then it kept kind of going and going and going, and then I saw that the next part was a scientist's language started with numbers, and I was like, no, we're done. I can't do more of this tonight. And I brought a book with me because I like to read in the bath usually. And I was reading that forestry book that I was talking about, which I guess I could. It's actually called. It's Topman. The Green Archipelago: Forestry in Pre-Industrial Japan. It's a really cool book where it talks about kind of how, because there's so much wood use in Japan, and how wood is such a limited resource, especially the kinds of old growth wood that they need to build their temples and fortresses and palaces. They started running out of wood really early. Pre-Tokugawa. Pre like major government centralization, they were like already running out of wood through the Sengoku period. And then they kind of had to stumble into an early version of conservation practices just to continue having like a reasonable amount of lumber. So kind of similar to the like England's problem with use, where they just they made so much stuff out of yews that they killed all of the good trees and then had trouble keeping up that limited resource. And I've only just gotten to the part where they start talking about the actual practices that they adopt. We're still in the we just finished the pre-conservation era. Or I guess it's not conservation per se, it's management. Which turns into a form of conservation, because you have to conserve trees to let them live long enough to become productive timber. It's cool. It's a really interesting book. And I did get this from that Isaac Meyer podcast I was talking about last night. I lost my chat window again. How does this always happen? Why can't I make this appear? There we go. Okay. Yeah, there's just an episode of the podcast called The Green Archipelago where he kind of goes over the big picture outline of this book. And it's really good. It's not that dense. It does kind of expect that you have a general understanding of Japanese geography and geology and history, like the broad strokes. But one of his big arguments in this book is that a lot of the kind of random seeming things that governments in Japan, especially through the Sengoku period, are doing, some of the random decisions from political or religious standpoints make more sense if you put them in the context of securing like a wood supply for specific projects. Who's pinging me? I got accepted to uh, the flow-free speedrunning Discord last night, and I introduced myself and said hi. Looking at some little tech. And it's got a really similar vibe to the Insane Aquarium Discord, where it's just like a bunch of people who've been playing this game forever. And kind of have a nice little supportive time. One of the developers is actually in the server too, which is cool. I was back reading some of the logs. Man, it's a little bit of a bummer. I really, I want to go play more Chains of Sinar right now. Like, that's what I want to be doing. That's what my brain wants to do. But then I look at complicated words for too long and I'm like, no. You've run out of the stamina for that today. You're gonna need to come back tomorrow. And I can't come back tomorrow because it's gonna be too late. I guess I could stream before work, but I kind of want to go for a walk. If I wake up early enough to do stuff before work, I generally want it to be, oh my god. Oh, I saw that out of the corner of my eye. It's like, that doesn't look like red and blue flower. What's happening? Oh, man. Oh, that looks so good. I probably don't need to do anything special to catch this, but I will false swipe it. No, don't poison me. I don't think that's gonna be bad. Are there any balls that I care about? No, I'm just gonna use an Ultra Ball. Oh, that's so nice. I usually don't nickname my shinies, by the way, since that's the first shiny I've gotten on stream. I do want to save, though. I was doing this off stream for about an hour while I was just kind of like scrolling Twitter, and I had a game crash earlier, so I definitely want to save that. Oh man, that's so good. I'm so glad I started streaming. Let me fake heal my Miracle first. Let's put Kai... No, I want to put the Wailord away. I only had that out for, Where did... Oh no, it's gonna be somewhere in here. What? There you are. Setting this out real quick. No. There we go. So I'm gonna say that was about 19,000 encounters since my last phase. Got a normal Volbeat. And a shiny Roselia. Can't run. There we go. Alright, let's see. What's our nature? I didn't check. Reiki, that's like bratty. But what does that actually mean for Pokemon natures? I don't remember. I used to have a chart for this somewhere. List of natures. Sassy. Okay, makes sense. Minus special defense plus speed. I don't know if that's actually good. Well. Let's post that real quick. What do I do now? I didn't have a plan for if I got this shiny tonight. I just was not expecting that. I guess we could start... I guess the only thing really left in this game is Kecleon. So let's go... lie out to where my Kecleon is. I really was not expecting to get that tonight. I probably don't want to be walking through grass normally with a Illuminate lead. That's probably unwise. But I think it's just this one patch that I have to walk through. I don't really want to repel just for that, or swap things. So my Kecleon is down here somewhere. Yeah, it's right here. I think I did like maybe 100 resets on this one already, but and I do have a live battery in this file, so this is real. These are not RNG minute. I guess I should post a picture of that. Although I don't think I've actually posted any of my VTube stuff in this. I guess I could wait to make a clip and post that. But I really don't know what other hunts I want to do on this file of Sapphire. That Roselia was just hanging on as kind of the last random encounter hunt that I wanted to do before I went back to doing soft resetting for legendaries, but I do not have any other games really set up. I need to actually like play through Leaf Green. So I guess I could do that on stream. Just like blitz through those games. Oh, right. If I run from it, it doesn't come back, because we're not doing runaways. And we're not doing random encounters, we're doing soft resets. It means we actually have to reset the game every single time. But if I get this Kecleon, that's literally the last, like, soft resettable Pokemon. Like, I could do Roamer Latias, but I showed off what that method looks like in a previous stream. And I don't think I really want to do that. Like, it's interesting in principle, but when there's another option available in Gen 3 to do that I have access to, probably not. If I do a Roamer, it's gonna be in Fire Red and Leaf Green, and it's gonna be for the dogs. Because I do really like the shiny dogs in Gen 3. And I need to play through Ruby anyway, or Emerald, because I want to get the Feather Fossil. I did Anorith, but I need to get Lileep. And I don't know, I kind of like the idea of going for a shiny Living Dex. Sounds interesting, but that's like a 20,000 hour grind in Gen 3, so... Or even just a shiny Dex. I've already done one starter, and that took me 32,000 resets to get a shiny Trico. Which I have in Pokebank right now. Or not the Pokemon box. I forgot to transfer it over. But there are... I guess we could look for targets. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at our Gen 3 shiny sprites. List of shiny sprites, Gen 3. Now, if you show me models when I click Gen 3, that is unhelpful. Okay. There we go. That's a better resource. Wurmple's good. I do like Wurmple. Gen 3 Beautifly is gorgeous. Lotad's pretty good. Seedot's pretty good. I never want to see another shiny Tailo again, ever in my life. Oh. Yeah, it turns out Acrobike here is not actually how you encounter the Pokemon. Ralts is really good. I could go for Ralts. It's 5%, I think. Oh, in Route 102, in Gen 3, in Sapphire's 4%. Looks like there's no way to repel trick there. Is there a better spot to get Ralts, or is that the only spot? Only Route 102. But in Sapphire, that also has 20% Lotad, 30% Wurmple, 30% Zigzagoon, 15% Pooch, 4% Ralts, 1% Surskit. So that's pretty good odds, honestly, of hitting a target that I think is good. Because I really like Poochyena. Ralts is great. Surskit's great. Wurmple I actually kind of like in this game. It's kind of just Zigzagoon. Which, you know, you're gonna get shiny Zigzagoon wherever you go. Okay, let's keep looking through here, see what else we got. Ralts is a good target. Dude, the Surskit looks so good. Black and gold. Brimish is good. Slackoth's good. Abra's good, but you can get Abra from Game Corner, so I would do that probably. Dude, just every Pokemon in this game is gorgeous. I love Gen 3 sprites so much. Magikarp. Is it time? Is it time for me to do my Gen 3 Magikarp? I could do the method Fubuki's doing for soft resets. I don't know if that's faster or not than Old Rod. And I would probably want to do this in a place with multiple Pokemon, because dude, Plus on mine are also so gorgeous. Especially mine in this dark teal. Magnemite, Magneton are good. Torp's good, Volbeat's good, Illumise is good, Oddish is... Dude, every Pokemon in this game is gorgeous. Hummel and Camerupt, and Slugma and Macargo. Literally, I want all of these. I want every single Pokemon here. Skarmory could be fun. Because that's 113. Oh, and 113, that's mostly Spinda... No, that's Gen 6. Spinda Sandshrew Skarmory? What's Sandshrew shiny in this game? Sandshrew's kind of mid, but Sandslash looks really good. There's literally every Pokemon. All of the Gen 3 shiny sprites are so good. How it should be illegal how good all of these sprites are. Like, I don't think I've seen like a bad shiny. Barboach is really good. Barboach is one of my favorite shinies. I don't remember if I saved what my Feebas tiles are in this game, and I don't remember if they change if you have a fixed battery. But that would be a good one to do, because Feebas and Caravan are good, and Milotic's like, I think my second or third most favorite shiny ever. I have cast form already. Staryu's Starmie are so good. Kecleon, you know, actually, maybe Kecleon's like the... Maybe Kecleon's the bad one here. It's just kind of blue. Blue stripe and slightly more teal. Yeah, I think, you know, hold on. I want to make sure that I reset for this because I don't want to actually lose that. I want to have that there. Let's go see if we can find our Feebas tiles. Or if this is one that I want to do. This seems like too much mental work right now. I'm gonna go fly. Where's my soot sack? Is this it? I think that's Ash. Hi, Bukuro. Ash bag. That looks so good. That's such a good shiny. Yeah, let's go. Let's go up. Because I can collect some ash, because having some white flutes would be nice. Actually, is white flute? I don't remember. Is it a consumable item? Or do you just blow it? Oh, it's reusable. Oh, that's so much better. Hold on. I'm just gonna go. We're gonna go get that. See how much ash I have saved up. No. Is it on the menu? Does it just... Go pick up. Teddy Knight, don't have enough. Steps. 568 more steps. Okay. I didn't realize this was reusable. I thought it was a consumable. So, I've been wasting time. This doesn't look correct. This looks like it linked me to the wrong route. Yeah, that's the wrong route. Yeah, that's the right route. 13. Does it say where our guy is? Glass workshop. just want to see a list of the prices. Oh yeah, it's Haikukuro. Okay. Okay. Let's just do some collection here. I guess start doing encounters while we do that. Can I, yeah, I still have Illuminate. The shiny spindle would be cool. I like the principle of having a totally unique shiny. I think that's kind of neat. So Spindle would be cool, Skarmory's gorgeous, Sandalash is okay. There's like a 75% chance of getting a cool shiny on this route. Chiru. Pachiru. Okay, maybe I don't want to have Illuminate while I'm farming. Ash, maybe that's a little bit too much at the same time. Because it is like every 5 steps. I don't think I want to repel for this, though. Maybe I do want repel. Even without Illuminate, this is very high encounter rate. Oh, hello. Kind of forgot there might be trainers here that I haven't battled. Alright. Kokodora. How do you feel about meeting God? Yeah, I don't know if one stage of defense is gonna do much for you. Let's do Dragon Rage or Outrage. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, I'm gonna repel. I have decided. Executive decision. Executive decision. I wanna get this white flute. Okay, so if I do all of those, How many steps is that? Like this? I think that's about 100. Alright, let's go. Grab some more ash. Not that I really lack money or repels. I think I lacked money when I was doing this the first time. So it was 418 down to 266, so it's like 150. It's more than I thought. Yeah, why didn't I do this before? Like, you don't get your reuse repel prompt in this game. It just tells you it wears off. It's fine. I figured for sure I would have been unlucky enough to have hit the spinners before, but that was a spinner, right? She was rotating. Alright, it's Kyogre time. No, Ember. Is it like Fire Seed? Hinoko? Is it actually... That was Ember, right? Yeah, Hinoko. Open up Jisho real quick. Jisho. Sparks. Oh, flower. Okay. Fire dust, fire powder. Okay. Oh, I can't run, right? Let's do surf. Nori. Goodbye. Sagoon. Because I remember I did some Ash collection when I was first starting that Roselia hunt, doing my pickup farming. And then I decided not to actually get the White Flute, because I thought it was too much dust, and I guess also because I thought it was consumable. But now that I know it's not consumable, I would really like that item. $101, so one more. Should be enough. But now I have just like a billion gold and the ability to do whatever I want, so... Might as well. There we go. That was a pretty clean run there. I don't even remember what the other flutes do. I just know that the White Flute, while I'm doing this, do I want... Red Flute cures infatuation. Yeah, thanks. That's very helpful. Blue Flute does... awakens a sleeping Pokemon, don't care. Yellow Flute breaks confusion, also don't care. Red Flute, attraction, I already looked that one up. Black Flute keeps away wild Pokemon. That's not what I want. White Flute. And then we have some items. Nice. Alright, let's save here real quick. We want to put Volbeat back in the front. And then we want to use the White Flute, which is probably in here. Maybe not. Maybe they aren't reusable. Oh, they are. It just goes in here for some reason. I see. It's reusable, but it's in the normal bag. And then we save on the bike. So we have White Flute. Did we repel wear off yet, actually? Okay. Now let's save. So we have Repel worn off, Illuminate, and White Flute going. And now we're set back up. So really? Let me take a look at Sand Slash again. Okay, Sandshrews a little bit better than I remember before, because I was looking at it on Cerebi, but then I pulled up the actual sprite comparison, and it does look pretty okay. So I'd be okay with literally any Pokemon on this route. All so good. Like, literally every Pokemon, as I scroll through this, it's just like, Gen 3 sprites, man. Clamperl? Oh my god. Clamperl's gorgeous. And Relicanth. I do really like Relicanth. Ursula, gorgeous. Chinchou, gorgeous. Horsey. Especially Seadra. Oh my god, that deep blue is so pretty. It's so... These Pokemon are so good, dude. Oh, that was exciting. That is kind of the risk that you run using this game as a kind of wind down method. I've had this happen in bed before, where it's like, you know, you do a half hour, an hour, as you're kind of nodding off to sleep, and then most of the time, it lets you relax and go to sleep, and it's very nice to just have something kind of mindless and repetitive to do. But then, you know, every once in a while, actually get the thing. And it's like, oh. It's our first Skarmory. Do I want to count these? I actually didn't think about that. Do I want to try counting this hunt? Eh. I don't really care. Generally when I'm doing shiny hunting, it's because I don't want to be thinking. Not because I want to be precisely measuring stats on everything. I do think that's making a noticeable difference, having the White Flute active. I wasn't sure that it would, but Illuminate plus White Flute is definitely faster than just Illuminate. So I have wasted time by not getting this. Like, a lot of time. It's fine. I'm not trying to be hyper efficient with what I'm doing here, necessarily. Like, if you want to go for shiny Pokemon, hunting in an older game is generally not the fastest way to do things. Dude, I haven't even been live an hour yet. I was just planning to be on for like around an hour tonight. I wound down. But now I kind of want to go a little bit longer. I guess I'm gonna have to update my infographics too. I should make a little target thing for the bottom here. Or maybe put targets on the side and move the phases to the bottom. I kind of threw this together pretty hastily. Because I kind of just wanted to stream something. I was tired of putting this off. I was like, okay, it's time. I need to actually hit go live for real. Just get it out of the way, start doing it. And it's been fun. I've really enjoyed streaming so far. Obviously there's still stuff that I want to try out doing, but I can only do so much at once. Especially while also working. Like, I do still want to investigate low speedruns and other speedruns. That's kind of the next big thing on my list. Ooh, just turned in. Yeah, you missed it. You missed it. I'm gonna clip it later. But I need to actually go into the settings, because I literally just, like, hit go live. I didn't do any of the settings, and it turns out that making streams clippable is a setting that you have to turn on. Maybe there's a way to make it automatically turn on, but I have not found it yet, if there is. But yeah, we finally got our, shiny Roselia. This phase, I think I counted, so the last time that I got a shiny was at 142 hours. And now I'm at 208 hours, plus 2 hours that I did tonight when my game crashed before the stream. And plus whatever random stuff that I do, like in bed. I usually don't save my time when I'm in bed, I just hit power whenever I get too tired. Yeah, it's not actually a tracker. It's, that's just a static image that I will be messing with later. I kind of made it in a little bit of a haste, just because I wanted to start streaming something and have an indicator of what my phases were on the left. But yeah, so this was 19,000-ish encounters for this phase. Plus, let me pull up the spreadsheet. You gotta have a spreadsheet. Spreadsheets are great. Especially when your grinds take 100 hours. So... one Zigzagoon was 11,000, the Volbeat was 8,000, the second Zigzagoon was 4,000. So what does that work out to? Plus 8, plus 4, plus 19. So in total, Roselia took 42,000 encounters over 4 phases. So slightly unlucky. And then I was just looking through this list, because I didn't really have a plan for what to do after I got Roselia. So I did a couple of resets at Kecleon, and then I was just scrolling through this list on Project Shiny decks, like, man, what shiny should I go for next in this game? And, like, literally every shiny in Gen 3 is just gorgeous. Yeah, 42,000, but divide by 4, so on average, about 10,000 encounters on average per shiny. Like, when I say it took me 300,000 encounters to get my Jigglypuff, that does not mean that I did not get, 25 other shinies during that process. It just took me 300,000 encounters to get the one that I wanted. Yeah, because they're all... Jigglypuff is a 10% encounter rate. Roselia is a 30% encounter rate, I think. So, getting a phase is just getting a Pokemon that's not your target. Player has encountered a shiny phase. Or player has a shiny encounter phase. But I was just looking through this list for other things to go for in Gen 3, and, like, literally every Pokemon in Gen 3 is gorgeous. Like, even the ones that you would, like, wouldn't think about, like Surskit. Beautiful. Even, like, Graveler. Graveler in the new games is such an ugly shiny, but in old games, like, that brown is just looks better. Even like Skitty, things that are like super minimal color change. They just look gorgeous. I love this pixel palette so much. But then I was looking through and Skarmory really stuck out. Yeah, Tropius is in this game. It's like a 1% though, I think. Tropius is really rare. We're at 119. About 119. Gen 3. Okay, it's not that rare. I thought it was rare. Leon's the 1% on that route. It's 30% Oddish, 30% Zigzagoon, 30% Linoon, 9% Tropius, 1% Kecleon. And might be able to do some Repel Trick shenanigans to get Tropius up there a little bit higher. But yeah, Tropius looks great. Vulpix and Ninetales look great. Even like Nadu. Like Nadu in the new games is not a good shiny. But in the old games, it's just there. Looks good. I don't know. I was really, when I was scrolling through, the other big one that caught my eye was Clamperl. Shiny Clamperl in Gen 3. Because in the new games, it's got this like really obnoxious bright purple shell, right? But in Gen 3... Is Cerebi wrong? Hold on. Let me consult the bot. Amp. Air. Clamperl 3. Okay, it's still a little bit purple. I thought it was a little bit more white. I don't know, there's just so many more, like, good, like, deep, dark tones. In these older sprite-based games that I just really... Big fan. They look good. But Skarmory really stood out to me when I was scrolling through, and then Spinda's cool just because, you know, every Spinda that you catch is unique. So, shiny Spinda is like a 1 out of 1. So that'd be cool to get. And then Sandshrew looks good, Sandslash looks good. Literally all of the Pokemon on this route look good. Yeah, Gen 3 is great. I'm a really big fan. Hoenn's by far my favorite region, just in general. It's kind of funny that they put eco-terrorism in a kid's game. Like, you play through Gen 1 and it's like, okay, Team Rocket, you know, they just like, you know, mafia, money grubbing. Like, maybe you could read some class conflict into there, but I think that's better for the guys in Gen 7, Team Skull, being the bad guys that aren't actually bad guys. And the actual bad guys are the eco-terrorism thing. Yeah, a little bit. Gen 3 is like very explicitly environmental, though. Team Aqua and Team Magma are here trying to preserve the ocean. I guess Team Aqua is trying to preserve ocean life, and Team Magma is trying to preserve land ecosystems. Gen 4... remember entirely what their thing is, but then in Gen 5, yeah, N is like Giga Vegan. We gotta befriend all of the Pokemon. His modus operandi is that he wants to remove Pokemon trainers as a concept. Yeah, Team Plasma does some weird stuff, but I think people remember N more. Because he kind of like has a little bit of a point that, you know, maybe capturing these Pokemon and forcing them to fight each other is not good. Maybe we should like consider that they're basically sentient. Yeah, I don't remember. I played Gen 4 as a kid, but not... Yeah, he does try to kill you. I don't remember the plots of a lot of the Pokemon games. Like Gen 1 through 3 very clearly, I remember. Gen 4, I know some things happened. Gen 5, I remember N. Gen 6, I literally never finished. Because I started playing the Ruby and Sapphire remakes instead of X and Y. Gen 7 was fun. I actually really like Gen 7. I know a lot of people don't like them messing with the formula and don't like a lot of the Pokemon, but I liked a lot of the new mechanics in Gen 7. The story was more interesting than Pokemon has been in a long time, and doing the islands was cool, and then I intentionally stayed underleveled the whole time, so all of the fights actually felt kind of hard. I was like 10 levels underleveled for the Pokemon League when I did it, and so it was like an actual challenge. Oh yeah, putting it in German. Yeah. I still have the copy of Alpha Sapphire that I shiny hunt on is still in French from when I was studying French. And then I have a Japanese copy too, but I haven't actually played through it. A difficulty hack in German? Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I just played regular. But then I went and got my... I actually did not realize something about the items in this game. So on this route, there's soot in all of the grass, and you can pick it up and then trade it in to this guy here in this house, and he makes you stuff. And then most of those items are useless, but one of them, the white flute, acts basically like Illuminate and increases your wild encounter chances. I thought they were consumable items, and I was like, who would buy these? 1,000 steps in grass to get one item that lasts for not even 500 steps? And then I realized that it just goes in the normal bag, but it is not consumable. You can reuse it. And it does make it significantly faster than just having Illuminate. So White Flute plus Illuminate is very fast. So I went and I did that. And that's the other reason I came to this route. Oops. Just probably wasted like 10 hours. Okay, maybe not 10 hours, but a real amount of time. No, I didn't turn off XP share when I was playing Gen 7 or Gen 6. Yeah, I have it now. It'll be fine. It's nice. Will be useful for any other things that I do. But I am probably gonna shelve Sapphire here for a little bit. Before my next stream. This is probably still gonna be by my before bed shiny hunt. But I don't really like doing soft reset hunts on the DS because the buttons are kind of small and sharp. And it's a little bit uncomfortable to do soft resets on the DS for long periods of time. So it's nice to have a hunt that is just hold B. So I think my plan is going to be to play through Leaf Green on stream. And then get that set up to do the legendary soft reset hunts. Mewtwo and the birds, and Game Corner, Lapras, I think, is a soft reset hunt. There's a list of these somewhere. List of all the static encounters in Fire Red and Leaf Green. Kind of want to go for a starter, but I also kind of don't want to put that off for that long. Okay, there's Magikarp, Eevee, Snorlax, Hitmonlee, and Hitmonchan, but you can only pick one. Lapras, Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, the fossil Pokemon, Aerodactyl. Hypno. Interesting. Togepi, and then yeah, Mewtwo. And then I was gonna do the Naval Rock. Oh, and Deoxys. I really want to get Deoxys. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna start with a shiny starter. I think I'm just gonna play through the game normally. I have plenty of extra copies if I want to go for starters. So I think that's going to be my next Pokemon stuff. It's just playing through a copy of Leaf Green, kind of like... There's a word for it. One of the streamers that I watch who does shiny hunting in Japanese. It's like Batsukuriya or something. Kuriya. Batsukuriya. Explosive clear, where it's like she's using some of the speedrun strats, but not specifically to get a time. She has like a route that she does that can beat games in 5 or 6 hours instead of, you know, playing through like 20. I think in Gen 1 it's pick Bulbasaur so you can beat Misty. Because that beats Brock and Misty, and then you can get a Diglett Cave, and then you get a Diglett, or a Dugtrio. Dugtrio kills everything until you get Zapdos, and then Zapdos, Venusaur, and Dugtrio are enough to beat the rest of the game. And I think you can get through while leaving a Snorlax, because I only need one. But then I should be able to... I'm probably just going to clone this Smeargle instead of trade it over. I don't feel that bad about cloning a catcher Pokemon. When the alternative is go do pickup farming for another 200 hours to get, you know, a team of level 100 Smeargles and then EV train all of them. Like, I've already done it once. Yeah, I'm gonna be crashing here a little bit as well. But thanks for stopping by. I'll post the clip later of the actual shiny. Have a good night. amigo. It's really easy to clone stuff when you have access to all of the tools that I have. Not worried about that. And also, it's just really easy to clone stuff in Emerald. When you have access to the battle tower. But yeah, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Always appreciate it. I should actually mark down that I caught my thing today. It's number 315. Rosaria. Maria. May. Canto. Yaku. No, Taki. No? Is it Yaku? Yeah. Here. Let's... Is that a stylus extension? Ah. It's so bright. What's today? March 27th. That on the spreadsheet, and then Servi, Zelia, Gen 3, link to the image, and then image. Need to make it fit to the cell size. There we go. Beautiful. My first shiny in almost a year. At least in Gen 3. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go till 4. Because I am also pretty tired and still need to do my reading tonight. I should finish off Volume 8 of Squid Girl tonight. I think I only have 2 chapters left. Which is not very long. Those chapters are very short, only like 10 or 15 pages. And I need to go make the clip. Or I need to go enable clipping, and then I need to make the clip. And then I need to post the clip. I don't even remember, what was I talking about? Like, wanting to go for a walk before work or something? Just totally mundane stuff. Alright, 4 a.m. Let's do 5 encounters. Count it down. 5. Three. Two. One. And last. No shiny. Well, that was exciting. Probably, like I said before, probably not going to do any more Chains of Sinnoh tomorrow. Probably will not get back to that until Sunday, unfortunately. Sunday or Monday, depending on what my work schedule looks like. Hopefully Monday. Hopefully I can finish it in the next stream. Because I have other stuff that I want to work on too. But I will probably stream maybe tomorrow night. Very late. Start setting up this leaf green file. I think that's the plan. Or maybe if I just need absolute brain off time, I'll bring back this hunt. This is probably just going to be my DS before bed hunt. Very easy to do. Well, on that note, thanks for hanging out, everyone. Thanks for watching Chance of Sinnoh earlier. Thanks for watching me encounter 20,000 Zigzagoon. And have a good night. If you enjoyed this stream, be sure to subscribe and follow me over on Blue Sky. I post more pictures of my walks and shiny Pokemon and all that kind of stuff. Alright, have a good night.